So this is a response to Scarlet Moon Online, Nico's tag, um, about gods and goddesses you work with and stories with them. So I'm just gonna hop right in. Someone I work with is, there we go, now we can see it, is Ganesha. Um, why I work with him is I've heard like people have mentioned him before, like in many different sessions and conversations with people, but I was kind of about it, and then it was one day during this summer. This is even after I had bought this awesome incense dish. Come on, cam, focus. Even after that, like I saw that and I was like, I want that. And it was just in the day I saw him like several times on social media. People mentioned him. One of the girls who works in my department like showed up. Her sister is a yoga instructor and knows a lot about him. Got this little Ganesha statue, and it was an awesome brass one, and she's like, yeah, Jill got this for me, and he removes obstacles. And like at that point, that's when I just knew. I was like, okay, Ganesha, I get it. So a story with him is why he's got an elephant head. And so his parents are Shiva and Parvati, and so, or Shiva, sorry. Shiva goes off and meditates for like in the mountains for a long time, and so Parvati's left alone, and she wishes for a son. So she has a son, and one day she is going to take a bath, so she tells him to like stand at the gate, because one of the things Ganesha does is guards the threshold. And then Shiva comes back, and Ganesha doesn't realize that's his father, and Shiva doesn't understand that's his son. And so conversation like, can I come in? No, you can't, goes on, and just then Shiva cuts his head off in rage. Parvati comes out and screams and like explains what happened, and her scream also like gets a bunch of the other gods. They show up. So Brahman, yeah, Brahma's different. Brahma crafts a plan that says, well, we can put whatever animal's head we find. And sometimes the story goes, whatever animal walks by next, although I've also heard they go out looking, and they meet an elephant who's gained enlightenment and graciously gives up his head. And so they put it on Ganesha's head, and so that's why he's got an elephant head. Sorry. Someone else that I work with, also someone who just showed up, is Santissima Muerte. Now, I had heard about her, I thought about her, she'd showed up in dreams, and then she was just, like, in my tent, and I saw it not even just in my mind's eye, but with my physical eyes. So that's when I knew. And so she is a mestiza saint, kind of a folk saint from Mexico. There's lots of stories around her. From what I understand, she's sort of the new version of the Aztec goddess. Well, it's called the Lady of the Land of the Dead. I am not going to try to pronounce it. It's Matichla something. So yeah, I will probably butcher it horribly. And so she has come on into this new form of Santísima Muerte, and her sister, who is the Aztec earth goddess, goes on to kind of braid with Mother Mary to be the Virgin of Guadalupe. So, um, yeah, and just learning about her, and it's different. She's rather new, and ritual and ceremony around her is not well laid out, per se. Not exactly nailed down. So I work with her on what she wants and what she likes. Like, she's associated with the owl, and so tomorrow I'm going to go to a store and get, like, hopefully a soapstone owl for her. Also, this guy who I got over the summer wanted to be with her. Kind of little Aztecish figurine guy. I might put some small feathers on him. I don't know. Yeah. So she's a big supporter of the LGBTQIA community, and reaches out to everyone. So if you see this video, consider yourself tagged. Also watch Nico's video. Thank you very much.